6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. Indian Prime Minister invites the Sri Lanka President for the opening of the new Kishida International Airport. The central bank says the country can manage with certain policy changes in the event of EU GSP Plus facility is withdrawn. 2 wards reserved for coronavirus cases at the LRH had been released. The health restrictions will be reviewed at the COVID-19 task force meeting today. The community police services accelerated to further strengthening the police force. The Department of Immigration and Immigration says all its duties are now carried out as usual. And those are the headlines. And now we move on to the stories in detail. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will host the Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa in Uttar Pradesh's Kushinagar on October 20th. The Sri Lankan President has been invited for the opening of the new international airport at Kushinagar. According to Indian media, Sri Lankan President will be accompanied by official delegation including 125 Buddhist monks. Prime Minister Modi will land in Kushinagar from Delhi and President Rajapaksa will fly in directly from Colombo at the new Kushinagar International Airport, which will be inaugurated the same day by Prime Minister Modi. The Sri Lankan flight will be the first international flight to land in Kushinagar. Kushinagar is a major Buddhist pilgrimage site that sees a high number of foreign tourists, including from Sri Lanka each year. Meanwhile, the Buddhist Affairs Department issued a circular today announcing that permissions will not be granted to conduct the Katina Parahara due to the ongoing COVID pandemic. It said that a maximum of 20 devotees will be allowed during Katina Chivara Puja, noon alms and religious sermons. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka says the country can manage with certain policy changes in the event of EU GSP Plus facilities withdrawn. Governor of the Central Bank Ajit Nivard Kabral says that all stakeholders have been assured that Sri Lanka will be in a position to deal with the situation if the trade facility is withdrawn. He said that the Central Bank will implement the necessary policy changes to deal with the situation that may arise if the EU GSP Plus facility is withdrawn. He said that there is a rapid rise in the price of fuel in the world market and that cannot be controlled by Sri Lanka. The governor said that a fuel price hike will help to address certain vulnerabilities in the economy. 2 wards reserved for coronavirus cases at the Lady Ridgeway Hospital, LRH, had been released for treatment of other illness. Dr. Deepal Pereira, consultant Lady Ridgeway Hospital for Children, told media the number of children treated for coronavirus at the hospital has now dropped to 15. Soon, the remaining children could be transferred to IDH, the doctor said. At the height of the event COVID wave, around 200 children affected with the disease were treated at LRH. The hospital also said that although the number of COVID-19 cases had dropped, there was an increase in the number of children affected with dengue. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The restrictions that are in effect at present will be reviewed at the COVID-19 task force meeting to be convened today. Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, says necessary steps would be taken to tighten or relax the existing regulations at the meeting. He stressed that people's behavior in the last couple of days is not satisfactory and the public support is important to overcome this pandemic situation. However, he said the number of COVID-19 patients in the intensive care units have come down by 50%. Steps have been taken to accelerate duties of community police services. State Minister for Community Police Services, Dilum Amanigama, says the concept by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa is further strengthening the country's police force in dealing with the public in a friendly manner. He said the service will help to strengthen the public relation of the department and the police will also be able to control the crimes in the country. State Minister further said that the President seeks to rectify the situation through the creation and promotion of healthy environment between the law enforcement agencies and the public. He added that the president also believes in obtaining the support of the public through the move in order to eradicate social misdeeds such as the drug menace. The Department of Immigration and Immigration says that all its duties are now carried out as usual after the relaxation of the quarantine curfew. Accordingly, the regional offices of the Department of Immigration and Immigration are open and the public are now able to apply for their passports under one-day service or normal service as usual. However, the people who intended to go or get one-day service, they have to apply it from the Battaramula branch, the department added. State Minister Channa Jayasimha says that there have been corruption and fraud within the National Medicines Regulatory Authority since 2015. He said this had been revealed in the interim report of the 5-member committee appointed to probe the malpractices. The committee said these malpractices have taken place at the NMAR from 2015 to early 2021. He said the committee, headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Kusala Sarojini Veerawardena, has come out with several recommendations to be adopted in order to make the NMRA more efficient. And that's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The International White Cane Day falls today, the October 15th. White Cane Safety Day recognizes the abilities of the people who are blind or visually impaired and reminds us that creating equal opportunities in the globe involves including them as well. In 1964, White Cane Safety Day became an international observance after the United States Congress adopted a joint resolution. Initially, this day was meant to recognize the safety white canes provided people with vision loss. And that came to you in main news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Light.
The American Automobile Association AAA warns drivers not to over-rely on advanced safety systems in cars like automatic braking and lane assist systems during inclement weather conditions. New research from the organization found that heavy rain affects safety features from functioning properly, which can result in performance issues. During AAA experiments, vehicles equipped with automatic emergency braking that leveled at 35 miles per hour collided with a stopped vehicle 1/3 of the time. And that came to you in Watchlight.
World News.
Headlines: Japan's new leader is vowing to do all he can to fight the coronavirus. Families separated by COVID-19 restrictions rejoiced after the US announcement to reopen its borders. The environmental pollution in the USA says harmful chemicals are found in hundreds of consumer products. And those are the headlines of the world news. Japan's new leader is vowing to do all he can to fight the coronavirus and get the country's economy back in shape. Kishida Fumio has been elected Prime Minister by the country's Diet and has formed his cabinet. More than half of its members will serve in a ministerial role for the first time. Kishida held the foreign minister post for more consecutive years than anyone in post-war history. He took the helm of the main ruling Liberal Democratic Party last week after Suga Yoshihide opted not to seek a second term as leader. The US said it will reopen its land borders with Mexico and Canada to fully vaccinated travelers from November. Air travel is allowed with a negative COVID test. The US has curbed travel from Mexico and Canada since March 2020. New rules will allow fully vaccinated foreign nationals to enter the US regardless of the recent starting in near early next month. A new study by the Environmental Pollution in the USA found harmful chemicals are found in hundreds of consumer products, including including shampoo, makeup, perfume, and toys. Scientists say the harmful chemical particles are commonly found in many products. The National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences said that the chemical is linked to premature deaths caused by heart disease, and it can also interfere with important harmful functions. And that came to you in World News.
And now in development news.
State Ministry for Provincial Council and Local Government has taken measures to develop access roads to rural villages. Ministry is to spend a sum of 225 million rupees for this purpose. The program will fast-track the agricultural activities of the farming community in the selected rural villages. State Ministry said measures have been taken to develop 227 roads under this project. That came to you in development news.
Sports news.
The qualifier round of T20 World Cup 2021 will begin on October 17 and will end on October 22nd. In the last 10 T20 international series, Sri Lanka has won only twice. In the recent series, they won against India's B team at home. Other than Sri Lanka has got thrashed by South Africa and England by 3-0. However, the young Sri Lankan team will be looking forward to changing things up in the T20 World Cup 2021 under the leadership of Dasun Shanaka and in the presence of some brilliantly talented cricketers. Sri Lanka will be looking forward to getting back to winning stage. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
SLT Mobitel Mobile has become the first in Asia to receive the international ISO quality standard for its customer contact center operations recently. SLT Mobitel was also awarded ISO 9001-2015 for demonstrated ability to meet customer statutory and regulatory standards. ISO 18295 specifies the requirements and standards applicable for any customer interaction with the CCC. The standard contributes to creating efficient customer service, providing clients and customers with services that continuously and proactively meet or exceed their needs.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news. courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Mobile application title SL Remit to attract more remittances to Sri Lanka has been proposed by a committee appointed by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka has appointed a working committee to study and suggest new remittance channels for Sri Lanka and to make recommendations on reducing the cost of remitting money. The working committee say it will attract more remittances to Sri Lanka with its features such as self-registration of users, the ability to link to global money transfer operators and global fintechs to facilitate remittances from any country.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at times in western, Sabrigamo, central and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. It may also occur at a few places in Uva province and in Ampara and Batticaloa districts during the afternoon or night. And that was weather report. And to wind up the news broadcast today, let's look at the main points once again. Indian Prime Minister invites the Sri Lankan President for the opening of the new Kishida International Airport. The central bank says the country can manage with certain policy changes in the event of the EU GSP Plus facilities withdrawn. 2 wards reserved for coronavirus cases at the LRH had been released. The health restrictions will be reviewed at the COVID-19 task force meeting today. The community police services accelerated to further strengthen the police force. The Department of Immigration and Immigration says all its duties are now carried out as usual. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.